Today we are going to work on the R sound. The R sound in American English is one of the more difficult sounds to master because it is very difficult to see someone producing the R sound. It's almost entirely made by how the tongue is shaped and formed in the mouth. With that said, it is not impossible to master this sound. With practice, you can do it. One side note, there are actually 7 different R sounds in the American English language. They're all very similar, but they have slight differences. Today we are going to work on when the R appears in the beginning of the word. Most often, you will see this represented in text as the letter R, and sometimes WR, as in the word write. I write a letter. So let's start by describing how to produce this sound. The R sound is all about, again, your tongue and where it is in the mouth and how tight it feels. So you want your tongue to be in the back of your mouth and to be tight. I will describe 2 ways to attempt producing this sound. I want you to try it at home and see which one feels best for you and which one you get the best sound with. The first one is you're going to pull your tongue back and you're going to feel the back edges of your tongue pushing up against the insides of your top row of teeth. Okay, so the back sides of your tongue, the blades, those side blades are going to push up against the inside top row of your teeth. It's going to sound like this. The second way that you can try to produce the sound is by starting with an L sound. So your tongue is right behind your very front teeth. And you're going to pull your tongue back until you get that R sound. So you're going to start here. Pull it back until you get that R sound. You're going to have to pull it quite far back, okay? So something I should mention is that the R sound is very different language to language. And like I mentioned, in American English, it's a very ambiguous sound. The tongue moves around a little bit in the production of R depending on what vowel or what sound comes next in the word. So I wouldn't get too caught up on exactly where your tongue is in your mouth. Really think about hearing the sound. So one thing you can do if neither of those methods are working for you to produce the R is you can tilt your head back and have your tongue just really relaxed, really loose in the back of your mouth. You're going to tilt your head back and loosen up your tongue. You can even say grr, grr, grr. Okay, the tongue is not moving very much. It's pretty much staying right in the back there where it falls naturally when you tilt your head back. All right, so that is how you produce the R sound. So once you feel comfortable with the R in isolation, we're going to work on that sound in words. I'm going to give you a set of 8 words that you can practice the R in. My recommendation is to sit down and record yourself saying these 8 words. Then listen back to the recording and choose the word in which the R sounds the clearest and the strongest. Then you're going to take that word and record yourself saying it 10 times. That will be your baseline. So once you have your baseline recording, you're going to practice with us, watch our videos, and take that word and say it at least 10 times a day for at least a week. My recommendation is if you're really wanting to practice for finding your accent more quickly, you're going to practice it 30 to 40 times a day. So that could mean 10 times before breakfast, 10 times after lunch, and 10 times when you're brushing your teeth at night. So practice that word at least 10 times a day, if not more, and then you're going to record yourself again after a week or week and a half of your practice. Then you'll take that recording and compare it to your baseline recording. If you can tell an improvement and a clear R is now coming through in that word, you're going to move on to the next word and do the same exact thing. Record yourself saying it 10 times, practice for a week and a half, and then re-record yourself saying that word 10 times. So here we go. Here are the 8 words that we will be using to practice. Read, read, rat, write, run, rug, rope, rot. Let's say those words one more time. Read, read, rat, write, run, rug, rope, rot. So now you're going to hear some feedback that I'm giving my mentee, Marina. She's from Belarus and has a Russian background. That's her first language. And she is trying to master her American English accent. She sent me a recording of the 8 words that are being used to target that R in the word initial position. So let's listen to her recording.
Rad, read, rat, rope, right, run, rug, rot, rope.
So my feedback would be that the R sound is the strongest in the word read. Some of the other R's come out sounding a little more Russian influenced, such as rat or rope. So we're going to stick with the word read. Marina will now take that word and say it 10 times, record herself saying it 10 times, and then she'll practice with us on our videos 10 times a day at least, saying that word, and then she'll re-record herself after a week or week and a half. Good luck with your practice, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to our channel so that way you get alerts about our most recent practice videos. You got this!